Guys, I think I figured out what the Upside Down is. We know it's a parallel universe, but why does it look like Hawkins? And nowhere else. I think it's based on memories. Before I go into it, we're going to assume that the Upside Down has always been there since the beginning of time, like Dustin said. It's just never had a connection to the real world. That is until 1979, baby. In 1979, 11 opened the first portal to the Upside Down and set Vecna through it. At first, he was normal, but then he got corrupted by the Upside Down and became part of the hive mind. The Upside Down, or the Mind Flayer if you want to get technical, now has access to Vecna's memories. They go back and forth, and in trying to make sense of it all, I think unconsciously Vecna made the Upside Down, via the hive mind, look like places that he had connections to. Now, Vecna had very limited memory on what the world was like before he was sent there. He was around 8, 9, 10 years old when he got sent to the lab, and he had a very rough memory of Hawkins. But we can assume that he knew like a rough layout of the town, because he had to be driving places. So he has good memory until you get further and further out, until you come to like an edge, where he doesn't know about. So it explains why he stays in his house as like a base of operations, even though as a child he hated it. Because that's where his strongest memories are, that in the lab. So via the hive mind, that's where it has the most control. Now you're probably asking, well, how did he know about Will's house and Mike's house and all that? And how was he able to find Will if he had no point of reference for where Will was that night? Except he did. So if the Upside Down is based on Vecna's memories, it kind of gets hazier and hazier as he goes out from his house until you get here. That's where Will was captured. I don't know if y'all remember, but Mike, Dustin, and Lucas found 11 while they were looking for Will in the same area. Now why would 11 be there? She had just escaped from the lab, from the exit that Vecna told her about. He had knowledge of the place, therefore he was able to create a parallel of it, and then reach through a gate and pull Will through. So now Will's in the Upside Down. How does Vecna know about the other places? How was Will able to find his house? From the very moment Will stepped into the Upside Down, he was afflicted by the Mind Flayer, which is also Vecna, which is a hive mind, so Vecna had access to his memories. So it recreated those landmarks that he knew about, but only in the way that Will remembered them. Which not only included his house, but Mike's house as well. But only in the way he remembered. Which is why Nancy was super confused why she can't find her stuff. Because Will didn't know about that. So if all of this is based on memories, how did Vecna know about everywhere else in Hawkins? Even places like Lover's Lake, the middle of the highway, Eddie's trailer. I think that's where the Demogorgons come in. Dustin said they're like the foot soldiers, but I think they're more like scouts. I think their purpose is to be sent out through these gateways that already exist into the regular world, and via the hive mind relay their knowledge back to Vecna. And then those places are recreated in the Upside Down. So if Vecna can just send the Demogorgons out to scout for him, why does he need people? I think what Vecna wants is he doesn't want to control the real world. He thinks it's too broken. He wants to create a replica of it in the Upside Down. Not just the locations, but the people as well. And via the hive mind, he controls everything that's going on. Thus, his perfect world.